How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be doing a little bit of boondocking, so I figured I'd just tell you what I do before we go. Just make sure it's a little bit different than hooking up to a campsite where you got full hookups. We're just going to go out to a farm and spend a weekend there. We're going to take our razor out and ride, so just figured I'd show you what I do before we go. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you got any questions or comments, be sure to drop it down in the comments section, and we'll do our best to help you out. So the biggest thing for boondocking is you have no hookup to electricity or water, and you have limited septic. So real simple. Basically what you do is a couple days before you leave, you want to make sure you plug in and your batteries are up to charge. So that's the first thing. Now your batteries won't run everything. They basically just run your lights and some fans inside, and they will run your furnace if you're going in the winter time. But other than that, pretty much everything else you need power for. If you got an actual RV fridge, you can run your refrigerator off of propane, but it also takes your battery power also. So it's real important before you leave to make sure your batteries are all charged up. Another thing is you gotta have, if you're gonna take a shower or something like that, you have to have some source of water. Now there's a couple different options. Most bigger campers, like when I say bigger, anything over like 20 feet long, has an onboard water storage station. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm filling up my fresh water tanks. Now, if you don't have a fresh water tank on board, there's a couple different options you have. If you have a fifth wheel, pretty much guaranteed you got an onboard water. So you can use your bed to haul a water tank, or they make water bladders, lots of different stuff you can run. To run your shower, if you have a shower, if you're going to use the water bladder option, is you need to have some kind of pump. So you can buy like a 12-volt pump at Tractor Supply for like usually about $60. So just plumb that in. Usually they come with garden fittings right on them for a garden hose, so you can just plumb it in and run your shower. If you don't have a tank on board, chances are you don't have a shower anyways. But if you got an external shower, like one of the ones that sets up in a tent, you just put it in your bed and you can plumb it in with that 12-volt pump. And you hook that 12-volt pump up to, you can buy wires to go to your car battery, or you can just carry a battery around with you. Just a car battery or a truck battery is all they run off of. So they're real simple. And then the last thing to keep in mind is, well, there's two other things actually. So if you got a residential refrigerator and you want to run your air conditioner, you need some kind of 110-volt power. So you got two options to do that. My rig's set up for both options, but the most common option is you have a generator, which I'm just going to assume everyone knows what a generator is. Mine's behind that board, or that panel right here. But there's a transfer switch inside it. When you plug into shore power, it transfers over to the shore power line, and then whenever you're running off your generator, it transfers over to your generator line automatically. It's called a transfer switch. If you're set up like that from the factory, you don't really have to do anything, just make sure you have gas. But if you're going to take a generator with you, basically all you got to do is take your cord. Mine plugs in remote, but our old one had one that came out the side. So you just take your cord, and then you got to buy some adapters that look like something like this here. They'll look something like this. So this plugs into a 220 generator. This was for my old rig, but I just kept it. Every once in a while, I'll come across one of my friends that needs to borrow it or something. But basically all this does is it plugs in to your generator 220, and then converts it over to that's a standard 30 amp RV plug there. So if you're going to use an external generator, you'll need something like that. And then the second option is, besides using a generator, there's a thing called a power converter. It converts 12-volt battery power into 110-volt AC power, and mine has one. It's actually internal, buried in there. So what that does is, if my battery's charged, I can run, there's certain plugs I can run, and then I got my refrigerator to run on it. Basically just the essentials. I still can't run my air conditioner on it, but at least you have your a few plugs if you need to charge your phone or something like that. And the thing about that is you have to make sure your batteries you got good batteries, because they'll die out real fast if not. But even with the good batteries, like this is a brand new trailer here. If I'm running my refrigerator, I only get like 2.5 days out of an inverter before it dies. So that's something to keep in mind there. So hope this video helped you out. If you got any questions, like I said, drop it down in the comments. And I think that's called a converter. If it's not a converter, it's an inverter. Excuse my terminology. One converts it from 12 to 110, and the other one converts it to 110 to 12. So I'm pretty sure it's a converter. But if you guys have any questions, like I said, drop it down in the comments. And if you got any ideas for future videos, drop it in the comments too. We'll do our best to make one on it. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. We just surpassed 300 subscribers, so we're growing, and more subscribers we get, the more intense videos and the cooler things we'll be able to do. And you guys will be able to follow along with the new videos we have coming out if you subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys stay safe out there.